So I woke up this morning to a video that has been trending online, and I thought it's important that I talk about it. But before I play the video, let me say this, right? Nigerian Christians are the biggest and the greatest betrayer of the Christian faith. Greatest betrayers of the Christian faith. It's unfortunate. But I want you to watch this video. When I come back, I'll talk about it.
Over 40 years that I have been a Christian, there have been killings in southern Kaduna, killings on the plateau. There have been riots. Sometimes, I think it was in France, an image of Prophet Muhammad was defaced. Who remembers that? And as a result of that, there were killings of Christians in Nigeria. And so it's nothing new. It doesn't amount to genocide. The way the West are talking about it, it's as if a Christian steps on the street, his head will be blown off. And I'm trying to understand this sudden love for Christians. Is it because we now have one of the largest refineries in the world and no longer have to ship raw materials abroad and bring the finished products? Or is it because of the 21st century minerals that we now have in our earth that they use to generate nuclear power for electric vehicles? Are those the reasons that our friends are threatening to invade our country to defend and protect Nigerian Christians? Selah.
You've watched the video, right? All right. So, that's a pastor. A pastor. I wouldn't want to refer to him as a man of God because it's not in my place to tell if he's a man of God or not. But however, he's a pastor of a great congregation. And you heard what he just said. If for 40 years of your life, Pastor Wale Adefaradin, like you said, if the Christians have been persecuted for 40 years of your life being a Christian, from the middle belt to the down north, and you feel, or in your widest imagination or thought, you think it is not yet time for Christians to say that there is a genocide against Christians after 40 years. Please tell me, how many years should the Christians wait for them to cry out? If you also agree that for 40 years that they have been buying Christians in the north, please, sir, how many Christians numbers are you expecting to hear that they have pied for you to say, okay, with XY number of Christians being pied, we can now say there is a genocide against Christians in Nigeria? Please, sir, can you answer me? Or is it because that you do not have branch or branches, maybe across the north, or none of your pastors or your members or your family members have been affected, and then you think that it's not yet time for Christians to cry that there is genocide against Christians in the north or in Nigeria? Please tell me, sir. And if you say also that other people, other religions also are being pied, then I want to ask you, sir, what is the percentage ratio of other religions that are being pied compared to Christians when they pie for north? Or the churches when they burn for north, how many as compared to other religious houses where they burn for north? Sir, please, can you tell us? Can you give us a number based on what you expect, so that we can now begin to count and plan to wait for how many, the numbers where you think say they're supposed to buy, for us to now say, oh, truly there is genocide against Christians in Nigeria. Can you give us a number? And it's so disgraceful that even though you spoke in English, your church members, oh, religion. What has religion done to us? So as that your congregation big after you talk this kind thing, Pastor Wale Adefaradin, they were clapping for you. Oh, what has religion done to my people? So that full congregation, your members no think, say wetin you dey talk no make sense. They were clapping for you. And you know the worst thing? When pastors make mistakes, no, they will not come back to apologize, because I want you to listen to this your video again and hear yourself speak. You agreed that for 40 years in Nigeria, 40 years, they've been buying Christians. In the Plateau, like you mentioned, in Kaduna, like you mentioned, and it's not yet time for Christians to say there is genocide. You know what I just see? As a greedy man, where you be, you know that if anything happens in Nigeria today, you see that your daily offering and weekly offerings, you will not get it again. So your speaking up is not because you also love Nigerians. No. You are speaking to protect your daily income. Because just like it happens during COVID, that people were unable to open religious houses, churches were closed, your offerings, your account balance were affected. Oh, you don't want to see that again. And so you are speaking to protect what you perceive might happen in future. But you know what? Just the way you feel, say it never reached time for Christians, or it is not yet time for people to say there is genocide in Nigeria because they never they buy Christians for street one after the other. Like you said, my humble prayer to you this morning, make it reach you and your family. So that when they don't they buy people where they close to you, you will now know, or at that point you will agree that there is genocide in Nigeria. As a Catholic, I know how many priests from middle belt here to the far north where they buy as a Catholic. Where they kidnap, from kidnapping, they go buy them. I know how many Catholic church they go enter, they go buy people. And it got to a point, Catholics now had a special prayer for Nigeria they call Prayer for Nigeria in Distress. Because of what has been happening. That in every masses, they recite, they say those prayers. That was how worst it became. And you are saying that it's not yet time to pronounce that there is genocide in Nigeria against Christians? Like seriously, please give us the numbers. The number of people they expect to make the pie before you go agree. Christians say there is genocide. And then I just look and I say, look, how would those Christians in the north that are being persecuted, how would they be feeling when they see people like you say things like this about a religion that they believe so much in? And do you also think that if it's one of these other religions, would they be divided again among themselves like the way Christians are this divided? Those speaking and saying, yes, there is persecution, there is genocide against Christians, that knows they are talking. Why some? Because of selfish interest for your daily offering when they come, for your bank account not to affect you, they talk. So how do you put the faith of those people in the north where still believe in Christianity? If it's another religion, they will not be this divided against themselves. Oh, no wonder during election, they see Christians finish, that politicians go carry pastors, Christian religious leaders. they go home meeting with them. What a shame. Even if they'll call they so, hey, give on a cap to wear disguised as bishops and pastors. That's how ridiculous they have seen Christianity. They're not see us finish, because we believe in the faith. But for people like Una, where be the religious head, leaders, you come online every time and continue to disgrace yourself. What a pity. Disgrace to you, shame unto you, Pastor Wale Adefaradin. And those, when they your church for Lagos, when they clap, when not know waiting they happen for the north here. Because there was a time also, we went to Kaduna, when they buy people for different places for Kaduna. We went to Kaduna, myself, Father Jude, somebody from Amnesty International, we took excuse from the late Bishop of Kaduna, I've forgotten his name, and one other priest. We went. We knew what we saw. We knew what we saw with our eye. Father Jude Onya is a priest here in the Abuja Archdiocese. We knew what we saw. And you are there saying from far away Lagos, there is not yet time to say Nigeria, that there is genocide against Nigerian Christians. And then you push forward this narrative that is wrong. I did not be the same tweet where Donald Trump tweets when we all read. Is it not that same tweet? He said they are coming for the Islamic radicals. They are not coming to cause trouble in Nigeria. Unless you are an Islamic radical, that's when you go worry. But I've also seen Muslims who do not support what is happening. And then as a pastor of that kind of church, you come out to say this. You owe Christendom an apology. You owe everyone when they don't buy their people for the north, Christians, that when they pass through this persecution, you owe them an apology. Otherwise, I let you know today that you have tempered with their faith. And what you have done as Christians is a sin, because you have joined those to persecute the Christians in the north. Shame unto you, and shame to all those your members who sit down there were not know nothing where they clap for you. Shame! Woe to you, Pastor Wale Adefaradin. Woe to you.
Stop the killings!